I don't give a shit what you do for a living. Who did you give the Heimlich to? And by the way, you don't give the Heimlich to drowning victims. It doesn't matter if you're a lifeguard. You're a terrible lifeguard if you're like, oh shit, he's drowning. That's not what you do. Who did you give the Heimlich to? This girl on the beach. All right, sexy. That sounds good. And what was she choking on? And don't say your dick. I've heard that one before. It was a hot dog? All right, so it was close. That's good. A wiener, just not yours. Okay, thank you. Next time you see a girl choking on the beach, this is horrible advice. This is why I think the finger works better than the Heimlich, okay? When you're choking, you're gasping for air, you're trying to survive, you get something in your throat, add to that a stranger behind you thrusting at your belly. It's a very confusing time, right? Somebody runs up behind you and sticks their finger up your butt, your brain immediately changes to, we gotta get this thing out of my throat because we got bigger shit to deal with right now. It's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, good. I'm worried that some of you like that too much. Okay. You seem very enthusiastic about it. If you like that a lot and think, I just want you to know that if you're going to try the finger instead of the Heimlich, you better hope it works, okay? You really better do. Okay, how about this? Any guys in here ever send a dick pic? Anybody ever done that before? All right, how about this? Any girls in here ever receive a dick pic? You're raising your hand. All right. Well, more girls than guys. That's interesting, isn't it? Isn't that interesting? It's always more girls receiving them than guys sending them. You know what that means? It means guys are sending them and not admitting to it. Or it means there's one guy sending a lot of dick pics. That's what that means. Here's what I'll say about it. If you've ever sent a dick pic, stop it, okay? Stop doing it. If you've never sent one, don't start now. Dick pics are done. Dick pics are so last year. This year, 2014, year of the scroto photo. That's what I say. I've been saying that the whole time. All right, we're on live TV. We can get dirty, right? Everybody into that? We can get a little dirty? All right, okay, good. Before I met my girlfriend, I always wanted to try online dating. This is the first online date I ever went on, okay? A girl messaged me. We met at a bar in her neighborhood. We got very drunk, and we went back to her apartment, and we hooked up, okay? So 1 for 1 on the online dating. I was very excited about that. We were hooking up for a very long time, which is not me bragging. We drank so much that things were working, but they were, like, never gonna finish working, right? We've all been there where things are working at, like, 60%, and they're just gonna keep working at 60%. Until somebody falls asleep, right? And as a guy, you hope it's you that falls asleep, because if it's the girl, there's the whole thing, like, am I allowed to keep doing this? I don't know. 100% consensual when we started. Now that you're sleeping, I feel like maybe I'm not allowed to be doing this anymore. That's all I'm saying. No one fell asleep. We were going at it for kind of a long time until she threw up, all right? It's a true story. She threw up on my penis, is where she did it, okay? Have you ever done that before? Has she? She threw up on it. She went to the bathroom to go clean up, threw me a hand towel, which was not enough, which is me bragging a little. And then she came back and finished the job. There you go. I started it. I know I got that started. But here's why you're clapping, because what a trooper, right? What a trooper. You know how bad you feel when you throw up? When I throw up, all I want is ginger ale in fetal position. The last thing I want to do after I throw up is put a dick back in my mouth, right? If you eat half a pizza and throw up, the last thing you want is the other half of that pizza. This girl came back and ate the whole other half of that pizza. Here's the thing, I need the guys on my side for this or it gets very uncomfortable. When you are a guy and you first hear gagging, it's a wonderful feeling, right? That's a fantasy for guys. That's what girls are doing in porn, right? Girls in porn are gagging on cocks and stuff, and you're like, oh man, one day I want a girl to gag on me, and now it's happening in real life, and you're like, yeah, well, not in the moment. Not in the moment, you're not like, woo, but you're excited about it, and you're excited until you're covered in like 6 already drank vodka cranberry juices on your belly. Then it's not so great anymore. But at first, before you realize what happened and the lights are out, it's just like this warm gush. And you're like, oh, I like that. No one's ever done that before. That feels pretty good. Is that new? Turn the lights on, you realize what happened, you immediately change to, oh no, I hope I'm not into that. That's a hard thing to get, that's a hard fetish to have. That's a hard thing to ask a girl to do again on purpose. You can find it if that's what you're looking for, right? That's what Craigslist was invented for. You can find it, but you're going to sacrifice something. Like, you're not going to find a pretty girl who's into that. You're going to find, like, a troll girl. Troll girls are short. And they have hair that goes like this. And a jewel for a belly button. Troll girl, the 90s thing. Remember, you're going to have to introduce her to your friends and family for the rest of your life. This is my girlfriend. I know she's ugly, but she likes throwing up on my cock, and that's what I'm into, Dad. Happy Thanksgiving. It's a Thanksgiving joke. That's all it is. All right, here's the thing about that joke story, okay? My parents come see me do stand-up a lot. They're very supportive. When my parents come to see me do stand-up, I don't do that joke, okay? That's not a joke you do in front of Mom and Dad, right? When I did my Comedy Central special, here's the thing. When you do a special, you don't get to show up and just do whatever you want. You have to get your jokes approved, and that's what you do for the taping, right? I don't know how that joke got approved by Comedy Central. I have no idea. Thank you. Thank you, Comedy Central. That got approved to do. No, you don't have to. They got approved to do on TV. And my parents were going to come see the special, so I knew I was going to have to do that joke in front of my mom and my dad, right? So my parents flew out to Boston. I did the joke for the special. It went pretty well, a little better than tonight. And then afterwards, I went backstage where my parents were. They're waiting for me. My mom is talking to some friends. My dad is there, and he goes, "Great job, congratulations." And I go, "Thanks, but it was really weird for me to do that throw-up story in front of you. That was kind of uncomfortable for me." And my dad just goes, "Oh, that's happened to me before. Don't tell your mother." Biggest backfire I've ever had in comedy. Thank you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. Chris Lambert is taking the stage when we return. Welcome back to the Access TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs happening right now.
That is so insincere. Quick announcement, with the owner of the white Toyota XUI 273, move your car. Apparently it's not blocking anything, it's just a piece of shit, and it's making the place look less swank. Okay, here, you may know his podcast, The Mundane Festival. Let's enjoy Chris Lambert.
Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you. I'm getting to the point where it's hard for me to watch the news. It's not only is it just depressing the way people treat each other, it's horrible. I don't trust the people that are giving me the news. Like there's an anchor that used to be on my favorite news channel that did this segment every day, and he would sound exactly like this. He would say, "This is Eyewitness News. Proud to support the Protect Our Children campaign. Have you seen Cynthia?" And when I hear that, I feel like he knows where Cynthia is. I feel like Cynthia's in his basement, and they need to check it out. They need to get a search warrant, go down there, and bring Cynthia home, because that's where she is. I'm working on losing weight. It's been a struggle. I call it my fat boy struggle, and I don't like it. You know you need to lose weight when you start to dream in fatness. Like, I dream like a fat person. One night, I fell asleep on my couch and I was watching this detective show, and I had this lucid dream that I was a detective and there was this missing kid, and the last place they saw this kid was at a pizza place. And I go in there all detective like I'm this detective. I have on a suit from Men's Warehouse, and I have on a $40 tie, and I walk in there. I said, "Hey, where did you last see the boy?" The owner says, "Oh, he was hanging out here a few hours ago. He was trying our specialty pizza. You want to try some?" And I said, "Sure. For detective purposes, I will try this pizza." And I taste this pizza, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is amazing. This cheese, this crust, is this like a cornbread crust? Are you serious? You know, Keebler used to make cornbread crackers, and they were so good. You could eat them with cheese, with meat. They tasted great by themselves. They discontinued those crackers, and I wrote them, and they never wrote back to me. So now I don't eat any of their products at all. And I woke myself up out of this dream and said to myself, you fat asshole, there's a missing child. There's a missing white child. You need to save him and be the magical Negro you're supposed to be. You gotta go back to sleep. There's more work to do. You guys know what a magical Negro is? For those of you that don't, I'll explain it to you. A magical Negro is a black character in a movie that helps a white character reach their fullest potential. And they don't want anything in return. They will help you with your golf swing. They'll cure your urinary tract infection. And then they just disappear into the night like a forgotten jazz legend. That's just what happens. Yeah. It's basically Morgan Freeman in every movie he's ever been in. That's what a magical Negro is. So I have this theory about magical Negroes. Magical Negroes cannot help other black characters in the movie because it would ruin everything. It would be like Marty McFly in Back to the Future going back in time, accidentally hooking up with his mom by accident. It would be bad. That would be tragic. And I saw this theory take place in this movie called Dolphin Tale. Fuck you guys for judging me. It was a Friday night. This girl that I liked didn't text me back. There was no ice cream, so now you get this story. Dolphin Tale is a movie about a dolphin that loses its tail in an accident, and Morgan Freeman